back to Ain't Jaded Yet, and this is JP, and he's not jaded. Definitely not yet. Especially after Field of Vision last week. Let's get a few snaps in real quick. Snippity snap! Let's go! Field of Vision, King Gizzard, and the motherfucking Lizard Wizard. In Colorado, in Buena Vista, Colorado, at Meadow Creek. Holy fucking shit, guys. You know, it happened a week ago. You try to get content out on your YouTube channel as quick as possible. You know, the content machine. But you know what? I started this channel a year ago following the Fish Festival Mondegreen. Oop, I said fish in the King Gizzard Lizard review within the first minute. Oh no, don't leave. Here's the point. The fan base in Fish, my first big music love. Giz has stolen my heart recently. Don't tell Trey. For real though, what I'm getting to is a year ago, I went to their festival and all the YouTube content that I was consuming after regarding Mondegreen, it was like within a few minutes that they were like, oh, well, on the first night they did this and like, you know, and excuse me, but we were waiting for this to happen and this didn't. I'm like, what the fuck, motherfucker, you jaded motherfuckers. How dare you? How dare you, I say. And that's where this channel came from, because I ain't jaded yet. I had too many good things to say about the experience, and the live experience, and the camping, and the camaraderie, and the family building, and the newness, and the awesomeness, and the secret. Who knew what? It was so good. That's the point. And it's been a week since Field of Vision, since I've put out a video, because there was nary jaded soul in sight in Colorado last week. And I haven't heard a bad thing about it. Sorry. So I didn't push this out. I didn't push it out. So here it is a week later, since I got back. It's Monday, August 25th. It's been 1 week of defragging the Field of Vision data in the computer. And I have a lot of good things to say. I got a lot of say. It's like, come on. These are like some notes, but then I got like the set lists to cover. They didn't all fit. It's like, it's a lot to cover, guys. And you know, this last like 10 videos, I've been like, I need to keep it to like 10, 12 minutes. My viewership is leaving after the first minute or so. And I don't have enough data to even give a fuck about that kind of shit. So you know what? This gon' go the full limit. It's gonna go. As long as I want. Production's on my ass. You know, hair and makeup, fucked up. But the point is, production can go fuck themselves for all I care. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Anyways, let's get to the entire experience. Where does it start for me? For me, it was, am I going to even go to this festival? When I saw Billy Strings do his first festival there, Renewal, and I seen the pictures and the videos, I was like, God damn. Add it to the bucket list. Need to go there for a concert, for a music festival. Billy is the man. Why not try to do that? And like, you know, it's far away. It's a big trip. Last time I done a big trip / music festival concert thing was in 2021 for Fish at the Gorge. It's a far distance. You drive after you arrive somewhere, and then you camp and you go see a band, and it's festival ground situation. That was more of a camping concert. This was a music festival in an immaculate location. So I didn't know I was gonna go until I got tickets like early July, a week into July. I found a friend who was going. And he said, send it. So I fucking sent it. I bought a ticket a few days later, got a flight, got it all figured out. Found a direct flight from Syracuse to Colorado. Oh, shit, dog. It was lining up. And it sent me this building. Something that hadn't happened to me in a long, long time. Maybe a decade. Probably since... He's going to mention fish again in the first 5 minutes. Since Magnaball in 2015. Something new, something fresh, something that had not felt this way before for me. Someone who goes to a shit ton of music festivals since 2008. Bonnaroo. Big fest. Get the fucking idea of what I'm fucking feeling going into Field of Vision is the lack of jadedness. Like I said, nary a jaded soul in sight. Alright, so because I rode solo on the flight and met up with my friend from Buffalo and a bunch of other solo riders, and we did walk-in camping. We take the shuttle to get to the venue. You know, there's a little road bump with the shuttle. Why we had to sit there and wait for a half an hour after we arrived at the festival, after traveling all day, and our stuff went through freaking TSA. Like, you think that we had a chance? We didn't have a chance to fucking put anything in our bags, bro. Anyway, it shouldn't have taken half an hour at the gates with that bus. It should have taken 5 minutes. Like I said, this is called Ain't Jaded Yet. And that was just a road bump. Because what happens on the way to a fucking sick weekend? Some bullshit. Some obstacle. It always comes. You know what happens? By the end of the weekend... He's like, what was that? Remember when we were worried about that? Remember when we had worries? Ah, shit. Like I said, campsite, campgrounds, not jaded. We get set up around 6:30 or so on Thursday night and check out the grounds a little. It's just, you know, a chill, palpable sense of what the fuck is this weekend gonna be like, but we know it's going to be awesome. And it's a bit, yeah. Anyway, late night comes around, and I'm camped right behind the Timeland stage. And these two homies roll up with a banjo and a guitar and start fucking plucking and strumming and singing. And they did a fucking sick head-on pill every night at that spot around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and it was dope, because Giz didn't play that song. A lot of people wanted to hear that song this past weekend, but I got it 3 or 4 times. I got it like 3 times. And, you know, and this little band by the Creek Boys, the Pluckers at the Creek, it grew every night. The next night on Friday, there was a plastic tromboner, if you will. And... then they did a little bongo situation. And then by the third night, there was like a group of like 7 or 8. Some Ween homies came up. They're playing Roses Are Free. We got, they're going around the circle. People are picking the next song to play. And it was like a sick, special little creek jam. Maybe I'll talk about King Giz at some point in this video. But I'm telling you that the festival experience was so new and fresh and awesome that I had to point it out. Darth Jader didn't even exist in this location, you know what I mean? Festival logistics. That's just one of my notes. You know, it's like a topic of conversation at a music festival. It's like logistics. Like, well, how did you get here? Did you get here with this? Did you pack that? Did you bring this thing? How to be more comfortable and more awesome at a festival. Logistics. Anyway, the cinema. There was a movie going, and that was cool for something to just really chill next to a beanbag or some pillows and vibe out. They had very comfortable things around the festival grounds to sit on, and shade. Shade was clutch. Drip everywhere is a note. Here's some new drip. I saw this on Instagram, and when I saw it in person, I was like, well, yep, that's the one I wanted, so I think they sold out of this tie-dye. Drag night. Sunday was drag night. We'll get to that. The TVs. There was a pretty cool art installation on the walk to the main venue, next to the cinema, really, and it was just a whole bunch of old, like, 60s TVs in a cool formation, and, man, what a hippie trap. get stuck watching whatever the fuck that was. It was cool. Let's go on. 50 countries. Well, I said 50 countries. You know. Because around the giz scene, saying that word, cunt, it's just like saying cool or whatever. It's no big deal. Don't get jaded on the word cunt. 50 countries represented? Joey said that shit on Sunday. Most diverse festival gathering, essentially, is what he was saying in Colorado history. Pretty fucking sick. All right, let's get to night one. Friday. So you spend all day Friday, you know, by the pond, at the creek, taking a dip, doing a cold plunge. Just running around doing awesome shit. There's some daytime sets. There's some DJs. There's some main stage acts. One of note was the Songs for Kids band. Very cool. A couple of boys from Giz came out and played with them. That was pretty special. They did Flight B471 with, I think it was Stu, Michael, and maybe Lucas were out there for that. Very cool. Let's get to the fucking set. Night one. We're 11 minutes into this video, and we haven't talked about a single Giz song. Let's take a sip. Some latte. Let that caffeine kick in so I can get fired up for this. Oh man, I can't wait to talk about that Grim Reaper. Let's get to set one. Night one. There's only one set, so I guess it's set one. Night one. They open with Gamma Knife. Now, I'm going to say Gamma Knife because I know the song Gamma Knife, and I know a good amount of Giz songs, but is it a mental Rolodex up here yet? And the answer is no. And anyone who has a King Gizzard mental Rolodex, I commend you. You've probably been doing this longer than me. It's been about a year since I saw them for the first time, when I went from slightly above casual fan to, bro, take all my mind space. Take all my time. Take whatever money it takes to see this band as much as I possibly can. And it was the first summer in a while where I said going in, I just want to see as much Giz as I can afford. And that makes sense. And that is logistics. And yeah, point here is, I don't know all the fucking songs yet, dude. I know a good amount. And when I wrote these all down, I remember being like, oh shit. I didn't know that was what that was called. I've gone through and this is like I've gone through and listened to it 3 times, once in person and twice on the YouTubes. I did, when I got back, I watched the whole thing on YouTube, all 10-hour videos. There's like, 23 or something hours on there right now, or 30 or some shit. It's crazy. What I'm getting to here is, when I go through the set list, don't expect fucking knowledge on the level of all you experts out there. I ain't that yet. But I'm a fucking nerd. And I respect that. And I read the show notes. And I love looking at a set list and feeling the vibe from the paper version of the thing that I experienced live. So I'm going to do my best. Anyway, continuing. Point of that was People Vultures was next, which is like an old classic, essentially. Back when, Giz was, like 8 years ago and shit. Anyway, People Vultures was next. Mr. Beat was next. The whole thing here is like coming out with an energetic Gamma Knife, a sort of a throwback rarity with People Vultures, and then Mr. Beat, once you Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, Mr. Beat, and then the thing that happens when you go to the festival named after a song by a band that's the band named King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, and the festival is called Field of Vision. When are they going to play this song called Field of Vision? And it was the 4th song. And if you said early in the weekend, you were correct with your prediction of, will they play it? When will they play it? Here's where they played it. Field of Vision. God damn it. B741 is my favorite album. I mean, I came into it when they were touring that album. They were playing it in unique ways. I still think it's some of their most, just going to use one of their freaking songs from the album, Raw Feel of emotions and energy, and just fucking go. I mean, Field of Vision, high energy. My first real little highlight. Not super awesome, crazy highlight, but it was so fun. And then go into another B7401 song from there with Antarctica. Such a fun song. Gets stuck in my head. Love Antarctica. Next we have a special Giz thing. A Gizzy moment. Getting Gizzy with it times are happening here, which is they call a fan out from the crowd to come up and yell into the microphone or sing with their throat singing nuclear fusion. B- on that one right there. But I did get a free energy drink from the dude giving out free energy drinks during the festival in the middle of the trail, who was like, yo, give me your best nuclear fusion and you get a free Red Bull or whatever. He had a whole variety. He had like 10 different kinds of energy drinks. I did it my best. I belted it out. And I got a free energy drink. But this dude got to go up there. His name was Dog. Dog did nuclear fusion intro. Then they played nuclear fusion. Okay? Banger song. A lot of their songs are bangers. Be serious. I don't know how many songs they fucking played. 90 songs all weekend or some shit. It was like a lot of bangers, bro. Moving on. They go into Odd Life next. And they had to cut this song short because one thing that I thought was really cool about what they show on the screens before the show starts is, respect your neighbors, take care of each other. The pit is a sacred place. Don't fucking hurt each other, essentially. Pick each other up. Have fun. But if there's a medical emergency, they specifically said, break out your phone, turn the light on, and flash the fuck out of it. They stopped the show. Someone was having trouble. We found out later that Matt had some cardiac failure at this point. But they did, within about 15-20 minutes or so, get him out of there. And start the show back up. At that point in time, he was being rushed to get help. So they get back into the show, and just like that felt right there during this review, that things got real for a second. But they went into Intrasport, and Joey and just like the band, they're just so positive and. They just kept fucking rolling, and Intrasport, essentially their first EDM track. Let's take a little quick side quest and talk about Nathan. Intrasport, EDM, Nathan. Nathan is the table. If you don't know, the synth table is called Nathan. Oh, that guy. That's a fun sticker. Thanks, whoever that was. Nathan. Now, we're going to talk about two Giz boys, maybe the two leaders, essentially, Joey and Stewie. Now, when the synth table comes around and gets pulled out, and everyone gets excited, and I get excited like a child on Christmas, it's so fun. It's just, I love EDM, and I love the way that they do it. It's fun and exciting and new and fresh and childish. But the thing is, Joey has EDM swag. He's hitting bells and knobs and whistles and doing it like I know what I'm fucking doing. This is what I do. And Stu is up there, and I swear to God, his butt was jumping up and down, and he's bopping around, and it looks a lot more like what I would look like. Joey looks like a straight up European DJ, and Stu looks like a 6-year-old who just got a new toy. I don't know. Just wanted to point that out. I think it's fun. It doesn't change anything with the way they play. It's just the way they look while they're Nathaning. Anyway, noticed that on Friday. I had gotten up close to the rail at this point. We were positioned in our location in the front right area. Did not have a great viewing of the Galia screens at that night, but because we were so far to the right, we were able to go up on the rail, and I was right in front of the sign language person. So we could see Stewie and Ambrose and and cook. Anyway, they go from Intersport into Superposition. Superposition was kind of mellow, I'll be serious, but it was a vibe. It was time to, in the Giz way, throw me a fucking ballad, boys. We're all working here too, dancing our butts off, and they gave us a groove in Superposition. Anyway, that's the way I took it back. They went from that into Kepler 22B, which was just so fucking fun. Ugh, telescope staring back at me. Oh, goddamn. Someone give me that. It's still a little tight, so I'm gonna take it off now. But someone give me that. And we did not get a Doom City, but we were at Doom City, and we did not get Interior People or a single song off of Butterfly 3000. Anyways, Copper 22B into Gilgamesh, which is my second time seeing Gilgamesh live. I saw it the debut in Philadelphia last year at the Dell Center in 2024. And this Gilgamesh, amongst a festival crowd, when I'm at the rail looking back, Gilgamesh, so fucking good. I love when Ambrose raps that way, dude. Copy 22B, Gilgamesh, Extinction. We're fucking slapping the fuck out of Nathan. Nathan, take that, take that, take that, take that. And Nathan is giving it back to us. Anyway, Extinction. And then we go into something else that's kind of fucking special that I happened to get a good chunk of when I saw him at the Dell Center, which is the I'm in Your Mind Fuzz suite. With I'm in your mind into I'm not in your mind into cellophane into I'm in your mind fuzz. Wow. Wow. Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, snap it up for that. That was stuck in my head. Cellophane into mind fuzz. Oh, so good. And then we have Inner Cell. We get heavier here. And then this little section is where I'd say I don't have a whole lot of knowledge on these songs or even really remember where albums they're from. Then we have Loyalty into Horology, and then Venusian 2. These are all songs that I recognize. You can sing along to. I know a lot of lyrics, but I couldn't have named them when they were being played. You know what I mean? And then Witchcraft. So fun to sing along to Witchcraft. Some evil darkness awesomeness, summon some fucking evil spirits and get rid of them and shoot them away. That's what Witchcraft feels like. Be gone. Then we have motherfucking Gaia. And this lizard's Gaia. I'm Gaia. You're Gaia. Fucking A Gaia, right? Whew. Whew. And then I'll be honest, they bring out Jello Biafra, and I didn't even know who he was before this festival. Alright, I was born in 82, but I didn't have punk. I didn't know Dead Kennedys. They did Police Truck with Jello Biafra from the Dead Kennedys. He was an inspiration for early Giz. He said King Gizzard's his favorite band. He was having a ball up there. Anyway, after that, they close things out night one with Evil Death Roll. Kind of a banger closer song. Fucking great. Night one, no complaints. I did say to one group of friends camped near me after the show, I think they have a whole lot more in store. I think that felt slightly like a warm-up. And I'm going to go back to my notes real quick because what I said about night one with a one-word review, emotions. No, there was emotions. Joey said it up front. You're all emotional shit. He was being sarcastic, but that was real. They've never done something like this. This fan base had never, congregated with this number of people, this number of inclusive people, people that do not judge each other in any capacity. I'm sorry, Grateful Dead fan base. I'm sorry, Fish fan base. King Giz fan base one-ups you in the inclusion and understanding and acceptance category. They're better than you. You just haven't evolved to that point yet. You're capable of doing it, but some of y'all are stuck. That's called being jaded. That'll make you older. You want to stay young and youthful and colorful and awesome? Time to fucking get with the times, bitch. Whew! 25 minutes in, we've covered night one. You know, the creek pluckers showed back up after the late night stuff over at the Timeland stage. The Timeland stage late night shows typically were very low key, pretty chill. All this is on YouTube, by the way. The entire festival. Just search Field of Vision. You'll find night 1, night 2, night 3. You can watch the whole thing yourself, motherfucker. Isn't that a nice thing that King Gizzard is just like... Here it is. Take it. It's yours now. Love that. Oh, man. How about a little bit of a swag break? A merch break? Because I got this sticker, and I feel like it... You know, quote Stu McKenzie in the mountains. I like this one, and I feel like it should just go right there. You know what I mean? It's got a spot, and just keep that one right there. There was no official sticker exchange this year, but I'm gonna organize one for next year. I already posted in the Facebook Field of Vision group. Gonna set up a tentative event, and then all of us are gonna get together and we're gonna be like, for real. Gonna bring up that other band again, Fish. But when I did a sticker exchange for their last festival and 400 plus people showed up in 95-degree heat for an hour, I might have had the most fun at that festival at that point. It's just so fucking awesome. Anyway, get creative, come up with ideas, hand them out, dish them out. If you'll notice something about the design of my Field of Vision sticker, it's actually an AintJadedYet style. The YouTube channel artwork that I create. Woo! Alright, moving on. And some more merch real quick. During the day on Saturday, went into town, hit up a dispensary, bought some pre-rolls, got some edibles, and I needed a lighter. I didn't get one at the dispensary, and I went to Mirage City, aka Shakedown, for Gizzards. Gizdown Street. Anyway, Mirage City, picked up one of these. What are they open with on Saturday night? Yeah, we're here. We are right here. And I gotta say, I'm not a jaded person, but night 2 at Field of Vision, best Giz show ever. Just from my standpoint. It was my 4th show ever. Was it definitely my favorite show ever? Yes. Did I hear from almost everyone that yes. Yes, it was. And am I a lucky motherfucker? I'm gonna bring up a band that I really shouldn't bring up in this review, but fucking Goose put on their best show at Madison Square Garden earlier this summer. Fish arguably put on maybe their best show ever, night 3, Sunday at SPAC. Fast forward 2 weeks, and I'm at King Gizzard seeing the best King Giz show ever. Now, did I see 3 of the best evers in one summer? Arguably. We're not ranking things necessarily, but kind of did. And I gotta say, what a fucking perfect King Gizzard set. Paper and not, in person and not, both ways. It's fucking perfect. It's how you fucking giz. If you haven't known how to giz yet, this is how you giz. It goes like this. You start with Gila Monster, and then you go to Flamethrower. We're talking Saturday night, high energy, from the get. Wow! Because when you're like Flamethrower, they're like Planet B also, though. First 3 songs, ripping metal bangers. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You know what they do at that point? When you're like... And you're like... And you're like, I'm a 42-year-old man. I'm in front of the soundboard right now. I'm in a thick crowd. How much longer can I handle this before I go back to the old people's where the space is? Anyway, they go to Slow Jam 1. And to go from, there is no planet B, open your eyes and see, to, I need to slow my mind down low, was a fucking awesome contrast. Beautiful transition. Slow Jam 1 into the rarest song of the weekend, Empty. Again, not casual fan, but new to this game. Didn't even know the song Empty. Could not name the album it's on. Apparently it was like a crazy, like, I don't know, 6-year gap or something. 2019, I think, was the last time played. Like 300 something shows since. Maybe more. I don't know. All I know is Empty ended up being something that people talked about. I'm going to go back and listen to it. I really enjoy it. Cool song. And then they went to Hot Wax next. And that was a request by, I forgot his name, but he was somebody who helped produce some of their earlier records. They named them off. I think it was, I want to say In Your Mind Fuzz and, I don't know, early shit. Anyway, Hot Wax. Super fun. Next, they go into a song, and they did this thing in Europe a few months ago where this dude held up a sign and said, hey, can I come up and play Stu's guitar for Dragon and shit? And I'm like, oh shit, they're doing it again. Somebody got a sign and shit. Only this time there was a 14-year-old kid in a tie-dye on the rail with a sign that said, can I play Superbug on Stu's guitar? And something in this fan base that holds true is you don't roll up a sign that says, can I play Superbug on Stu's guitar if you can't play Superbug on Stu's guitar? And you know what this 14-year-old kid, Caleb, did? Woo! Woo! Man, that crowd went nuts for this kid. He fucking slayed it. The band was loving it. They all hugged him and shit. It was like, god damn. This kid just peaked at 14. No, I'm just kidding. That kid's got a future. The musicians around this scene, the people jamming on musicians around the festival were all talented. You could tell they were in other bands. You could tell there was other talent at this festival. Whew! Superbug was a ripper. And then they bring out Nathan again. We got the somebody broke out all the Nathan segments on YouTube, and I've got that rolling in the background. I figured that would be good background so that I'm not just like, you know, that doesn't really condone good conversation to an iPad. Anyway, let's keep it rolling. They bring out Nathan, and this time they hit, you know, it's like I didn't ask for anything for Saturday night. But man, that first chunk, no complaints. But things that I loved and I really wanted to get this weekend were the Magenta Mountain and the Grim Reaper. And they did them back to back right here on Nathan. Magenta Mountain is a fucking vibe. We were in the mountains. Look at this fucking cute Magenta Mountain lizard. And, you know, they played Magenta Mountain. So fun. That song gets stuck in my head. It's one of my favorites. And they go into Grim Reaper, which is like one of my new obsessions. Just again, that ambi raps. Let's fucking go with that shit. You know what I mean? And the Grim Reaper, the Chimney Sweeper, and they go into the fucking Intergalactic and the fucking Sabotage, the fucking Beastie Boys suite that goes with it. You know, it's like, bro, give me that Grim Reaper, give me that shit. Whew. Back into like a reprise or the Flamethrower. Also on the tables. And then we go Swan Song. And this is where I decided it was time to leave I was on the outskirts of the pit. I'd say it was about 10, 15 feet, 20 feet from like legitimate pit zone. And some of these guys were just trampling through on our bags and shit and running into us. And It was starting to get a little chaotic even where I was, even though the sound was really great right there in front of the soundboard. I couldn't dance to I was bumping into people. I don't like to bump into people. I like to dance. I like to get the grooves. I like to have that space so I can kick and stretch. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're spilling a little latte. It's a little latte spillage. We're going to survive. I say all that because I timed things pretty perfectly to go and find my other friend group a little further back, who also had a much better spot compared to Friday. We could see the screens, good sound. It was where I was essentially on Sunday as well. Locked to the soundboard a little ways back. Anyways, what happens here is Murder of the Universe Suite, which starts with Welcome to an Altered Future and Digital Black. This is Han Toomey narrating. This is a lot of LL Cool Juice collaboration going into this segment. It is really trippy. It's a cyborg, and they're like playing to the cyborg story time, and it's like fucking Vomit Coffin and Soy Protein Munt Machine and Han Toomey, the confused cyborg, and I said it in the wrong order, but you get the idea. And then it's Murder of the Universe. Man, that was some cool fucking storytelling right there. Fun stuff. Trippy as fuck. One of my highlights of the weekend. We're going to get to my favorite part pretty soon. Alright. Then we have, I think, Jay Weinberg of Slipknot fame and Sunday daytime set at Field of Vision now with Argus fame. Come out and play Les Risques on the kit and give Michel Cavanaugh a little bit of a break, you know what I mean? Give that drummer a break. Ha! Whew! Michael. The Machine. Cavs. Anyway, becomes a frontman for this song. He's singing on Les Risques, and Jay Weinberg is slapping on the kit for the boys. And Les Risques, my goddamn, have I mentioned that B741 is some of the most fun lyrics to sing? And when you're in a crowd of other people singing them, whew, Evel Knievel. Rolling through the red light. And then, Ice 5. Ice 5. Ice 5. Boom! Ice 5. Ice 5. I think Stu was like, anybody got a bikini? Throw a bikini up here so that Joey could throw it on and, you know, do his Speedo dance from the Ice 5 video. When I first got into these boys, when I stumbled upon the Ice 5 video, I was like, what the fuck? This guy's got some of the best dance moves ever. What the fuck? I wish I had those moves. Anyway, more solidification of Joey Walker's EDM style points and swag. Ice 5 video. Anyway, playing Ice 5 live. So fun. I saw some awesome dance parties and dance moves in the crowd. Mine were pretty good. And then you go to Raw Feel. And alright. I know this probably wasn't a lot of people's number one moment of the weekend, but god fucking damn it, it was mine. Raw Feel! Oh. It's my new favorite song to sing aloud amongst a large crowd of humans. Of ever song ever. Just look up the lyrics. Sing along to it in your car. I've been doing it for a year. So when I got to do it amongst a bunch of other people, as loud as I fucking could scream and jump around like a child, god damn, I felt some raw feels. Favorite moment. Raw feel. And then I go into hot water. So I'm feeling fucking a vibe. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling very alive. And I'm fucking moving through the crowd on the way to the bathroom, flying my way there through hot water and bouncing and skipping and hopping and jumping. Hot water. We're in hot water. So fun. God damn, I love this band. Alright. Next up, we have Boogeyman Sam. I think the bangers just keep fucking coming. Boogeyman Sam got fucking boogied up and boogied down and boogied all around. It was a fucking jammy Boogeyman Sammy. You know what I mean? Whew. Let's take a break. They did tell us to breathe a few times. They were at this elevation and they were playing 3-hour marathons. It was dusty up there too. That was like, you're gonna get a little dust amount of jadedness. Yeah, there was a little dust in my lungs after that weekend. But you know what? It's been a week. Feeling good right now. All right, next we have Pleura. Pleura. This was a cool moment in the crowd. After that song was over, and it's like kind of a heavy one, and it's like anti-establishment, and Joey whispered some very specific words that were pretty fucking awesome. Fuck Donald Trump. It got a little bit of an audience reaction. And then at the end of it, this dude is like coming back through the crowd. He's like, you know what this song's called? I think this song's called. He looks at me and I'm like, is it called, I don't know. And then someone's like, Pleura. And he's like, oh my God. And we're like behind the soundboard. He's like, I just came from the pit. No one knew it was called. Like, nobody knew. And this woman won a prize, a sticker for me. I was like, oh, bing, here, have a sticker. Here you go. They were free, you know. I give them out, but as a prize too. Anyway, Straws in the Wind, Pleura. All Is Known, a song that I don't know them well. I was probably singing along to it. I knew some lyrics, but I did not know All Is Known. So all is not known. And then they bring out some of the boys from King Stingray with the Didgeridooskies to do Rattlesnake. It was a pretty fucking sick Rattlesnake. You know, pretty sick Rattlesnake. Yeah. Saturday. Snap it up. Snap it up for Saturday. Merch moment. Got my first bootleg from the bootleggers, an actual bootleg. It's all of the Field of Visions ever, all 10 of them performed live on a cassette tape that I may never listen to, but you know what? Pretty fucking sick. Oh, it says Red Rocks on it, though. Anyways, didn't never take it out yet. I guess Red Rocks would be Colorado. Anyway, this guy. And let's just finish up some of this. This was cool. Some people are making ticket stubs because they don't create ticket stubs in physical form anymore. I like that. Petro Kitty Apocalypse. And this is another couple of 2022B. Telescope looking back at me. There's all the merch that I had out to show you guys. I think I sip it a latte, and then we're going to go into night 3. Okay. Now, I could talk about this festival for hours and hours and hours. But it looks like we're going to keep this under an hour on the review. I'm proud of myself. It's a lot. It's a lot. Did you see all this? Okay. I gotta say, I was putting it off for a few days. I was like, I need to get that out. I want to do that. I have a lot to say about it. I want to say things about Field of Vision. But I was pretty tired all week. And I wanted to see Parliament Funkadelic for free at the New York State Fair. Saw George Clinton. We got a real type of thing going on here now. Here comes night 3 of Field Vision. We got Thea, and then said Pilot, ow. We got Thea, then said Pilot, ow. Then we got a song called Most of What I Like. I don't know that one that well, but all right. Thea is typically a Nathan song, and they did that one acoustic. So cool. I got Thea at the Dell Center last year, my first show, so I love Thea, and to hear an acoustic version was very cool. Sad Pilot acoustic. Do B741, whatever ways you guys want. I love it all. I love all of it. And you know, if you didn't leave your fucking baggage at the door on your way to Field of Vision, maybe you could just leave it in the field at Buena Vista. When you go home, it won't be with you anymore. You just leave your fucking luggage at the fucking gate, motherfucker. Anyway, then they're like, did anybody come to the Phantom Island tour? All cute and shit. And then they played Aerodynamic acoustic. It wasn't my first favorite song off that album, but man, it might be the one that I like the most now. My favorite little section from Phantom Island at Forest Hills was that Space Sick into Aerodynamic. Jump off that cliff. Spread your wings, motherfuckers. Alright, then they're like, let's play some motherfucking metal. And they come out and they play Supercell. Storm metal. Weather metal. Perihelion. Venusian 1. And again, similar to how they did things night 2, they went big metal 3 in a row into Slow Jam 2, Her and I, which is like a highlight for a lot of people from the weekend. I mean, the way that they is so cool. They did Motor Spirit next. Petro. Catonic. Apocalypse. Motor Spirit on the tables. And then 1. And then Billabong Valley. And these are 2 songs that, like, I know really well, but, like, the names of them, it's like, I'm 42. This thing works pretty good. But that's a lot of songs to keep track of. It's a lot. You know? Alright. Then we have one of my favorite heavier metal moments from the weekend, actually, was KGLW outro. Ooh, stinkiness. Ooh, 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 damn. And then we have Nathan time. And it's like they really were perfecting Nathan this weekend. I think that was one thing that really happened, is they harnessed the power of Nate Dogg. Gotta say it. They're really harnessing Nathan. They strapped onto that boy and rode him. Anyway, that came out weird, right? I mean, it almost made no sense at all. And they played Sense next. And Sense was great. And just like the first night, I was able to go up pretty close on the left side for a chunk of the EDM portion of night 3. And Sense into Set, into Silver Cord. Fucking awesome. They were really synthing it up on Sunday. And, excuse me. Pardon. They're playing Set right now. In the background. Slip in my Set. Drag night was Sunday, by the way. The boys had some fucking glorious attire on. I threw some sparkles on, you know, just like, be sparkle. Be yourself. God damn it. I saw everyone being themselves on Sunday, and it felt really fucking accepted. Like, maybe the most accepting fan base out there right now. Chaperone, sorry, your fan base is too young. They don't know. Overall. This was diverse. This goes from 14 to, I saw like a 70-year-old dude on the rail the first night, all right? It's a lot. It's great. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, let's keep it going. We're almost done with the fucking music? Okay. So the Nathan set on Sunday was great. Sense, Set, Silver Cord, the S's, a triple S on Nathan. And then we have Garden Goblin. And Garden Goblin, man, that is just a fun, silly song. The Garden Goblin staring at me. Oh, man. Love Garden Goblin. And then another fucking B741. Like, a lot of the highlights from the weekend for me were B741. We go into Daily Blues, which is like, god damn. Dear People is like my favorite all-time Giz song. If Daily Blues isn't number 2 or number 1 right now, or like, goddamn, Raw Feels up there now, you know, Daily Blues. So good. Dance Party. And that, at this point in time, we only have 2 more songs after this. When they played Daily Blues, I didn't know I had that much gas in the tank. I didn't know I had enough carbohydrates to burn off in order to produce the amount of energy that I had left to dance that hard to Daily Blues. Marathon sets. You find that extra fucking kick, you know? Then we have dedication to Matt, who had passed away on Saturday. They played Float Along. You know, things did get really ethereal and beautiful. I mean, float along, fill your lungs next to a creek in honor of a real Gizzard fan who, I mean, it was special. I got choked up. They played that. It was gorgeous. Float Along. Now, they're doing a lot of work right now, the Gizzard fan base, to raise some money to get to donate. People are selling stickers and T-shirts on the sites and things, and it's pretty cool seeing the way the fan base is reacting to a loss. I since I started going to festivals, there's been about an average of one person who's passed away at them. And a lot of times it's, pushed to the side or kept private, and then the news comes out later. But the way this happened right in the middle of the show right there, not like the festival grounds, for example, I feel like everything was handled so delicately and well, and honoring him the way they did on Sunday was so cool. And Float Along Through Your Lungs was so beautiful. And then they also dedicated the last song, Dripping Tap, to them, which is it's like their all-time banger at this point. Come on. It's the hook. The hook is so nice. The hook is very nice. It's a very nice hook. And don't slip. Don't slip on the drip. Just wear your new drip. Don't slip on it. Wear it. Rock it. Rock your drip. Don't slip on the drip. Don't slip on the drip. God damn it, I have so many things to say about this band, and I love them so much. And that 52 minutes. Can't wait till the next time. And if it's not before Field of Vision 2, it will be at Field of Vision 2. I gotta say, in hindsight, FOMO, wish I had maybe gone to Europe for a leg of their Europe tour and seen Lithuania or Lisbon or something, or Greece. Those places look amazing, and I go back and listen to those shows all the time. I'm gizzing out right now. I'm gizzing all over the place. I'm gizzing, gizzy. I'm Gizzy Geis over here. You know what I'm saying about that? I'm saying, like I said, no jadedness around the Giz scene. We're keeping it fucking light and fresh and joyous and new and awesome and exciting. And we're going everywhere from unts to dum and everything in between. And I want more. Bring it to me. Give me Giz. Give me. Give me more Giz. Alright, guys. I had a lot of fun talking about the boys and the band and the experience at Field of Vision. I send you peace. I send you love. I send you rock and motherfucking roll. King Gizzard and the motherfucking Lizard Wizard. Ain't jaded yet. Keep it not jaded. Tune into the next live music reviews whenever they fucking are, when I feel like it, motherfuckers. Bye.